And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and non-spoiler review for DC's Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's right, the Snyder Cut is here, it exists, it's real, it's here, we can watch it. And, if you guys watched me for a couple of years now, I did say that there was no point of having this movie if you were just going to stretch certain scenes out and change a couple things here and there, and really wasn't really going to make a big difference to what the Snyder Cut or the original Justice League was going to be about. I was wrong and right at the same time for this movie, and I quite enjoyed it. I really thought that this movie was a lot of fun. It was very different from what the original one was, but also keeping that same original one, but stretching it out to a point where it was literally 4 hours. Literally, I barely had any sleep. I watched that thing last night. Still kind of tired, but I had to watch it. I just had to. I just kept watching it. I'm like, all right, let me pause it, come back to it. It's on HBO Max, by the way, and no spoilers. So, I was like, okay, let me watch a couple, maybe the first 2 chapters or whatever it is. I'll watch it. I just kept getting hooked into it, and then I realized it was already in the morning by the time I finished it, and I'm still kind of tired. I try to go to sleep and I can't. So anyway, I did sleep a little bit, but it's nothing much. Anyway, so let's talk about Justice League. If you guys didn't see the original Justice League, the 2017 version, so here's the synopsis. A space alien named Steppenwolf comes to Earth to try to look for these 3 mega boxes to unite, bring his planet to Earth so they can conquer it. Steppenwolf, he's looking for these boxes, and in this film you get more in depth of why he's looking for the boxes. And I'm not gonna say what it is. I will do a spoiler review for certain scenes on Sunday, but not now. But when you find out why he actually wants these boxes, it makes more sense. So he's trying to, bring these boxes together to help conquer the Earth. And of course, the Justice League have to set up and team up. And also bring back Superman back to life. Because without Superman, the Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg can't win without Superman. And as you guys know from the original movie, they do. And things happen where they ended up fighting Steppenwolf and pretty much saving the world. But there's so much to it in this movie that's so different from what the original version was. In the original version, we didn't get so much depth of what these characters were. We got to see more in depth of what Diana's purpose in life was at this point before we saw Wonder Woman 82, regardless of how you enjoy that film or not. There were some moments in here where we like, oh, so that's why she's doing this, or this, and that. Same thing with Cyborg. Cyborg has some issues with his father that we didn't get to see in the other version of the film. I thought that was really well done. We got to see Barry be Barry in this movie. Although I do admit I do miss him being clumsy in this movie a little bit, only because in the original version I did say that I liked him being kind of clumsy and goofy because it was different from what the CW's Flash is doing. But in this one, they kind of changed that a little bit. And when you watch it, you know what I mean. Everybody had new theme songs, so that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna say what it was, but still, that was actually pretty fun. We got to see Superman in this, and if you've seen the trailers, so spoiler for the trailer if you haven't seen the trailer, Superman's in the iconic black suit. That was cool. And we got to see, and spoiler for the trailer again, Darkseid. What he does in this movie is very shocking, very fun, puts a smile on my face, but also kind of gets me pissed off about it, and I'll explain to you about that why when I do the spoiler review, because there's one scene with Darkseid in this movie that I'm like, wait, why? How? That's not possible. That never happens to him. How is that even possible? I'll explain to you about that on Sunday, so stay tuned. And then the movie is literally 4 hours, folks, and it makes sense that they did that because there's a lot of stuff that Joss Whedon took out, and I still don't blame Joss Whedon for what he did, only because it was really more DC's doing. And no, Green Lantern is not in the movie. I'm just wearing the ring because of DC. Anyway, But yeah, I don't blame Josh Whedon for why he cut certain things of this movie from Zack Snyder's vision. I'm telling you right now, if this was a theatrical release of this film, this movie wouldn't even be 4 hours. This would be a two-part film. Or one film cut in half. Half this movie wouldn't even be here. So, don't blame Whedon. If you want to blame Whedon, fine, go ahead, you can. I personally do not blame Whedon because it wasn't his fault. It was more Warner Brothers' fault, and of course the people who run those, you could put this in these kind of movies in theaters and only this. Kind of like those guys on, the government of TV, what you can and can't put on TV. Those guys, pretty much. They oversee movies. They're like, cut that out, it's too inappropriate, or that's too inappropriate, or no, that has too much nudity, or whatever. Kind of like in that vein, but you get what I'm saying. I don't think this 4-hour cut would even make it to theaters. It would be a 2-hour version of it. Darker, but yeah. And also, this movie wasn't that dark. Wasn't that dark, so, although the colors were better than the original version, I'll give it that. Steppenwolf did look a little bit better. There were some scenes when you see his face, it still looked the same from what he was. But I think the armor that he had on was more shiny, so it kind of throws us off a little bit. So I see what Zack Snyder was trying to do there. Kind of trying to be like, yeah, I can't fix his digital version of himself or make him better. Too much money. So here's some shiny silk armor for him, so you guys don't notice his face that is still the same from the last movie. But yeah, hey, I'm gonna call it what I see it. I enjoy this film. Now, is it better than the other one? Yes. To me, yes. It's better. And the reason I said, when they first announced this, I said I didn't want this is because I'm always watching these uncut versions of movies, and it ended up being nothing really so spectacular. There's only been one really good, true, uncut version of a movie, and that's always going to be Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings has like 75 versions of that movie, and it gets better every which version, so you watch it. So, yeah. And every other movie that has uncut versions, and they're cool, but they really don't serve a purpose. So that's why I was so nervous about this one, and that's why I didn't even thought we needed this movie, because honestly I thought it was just going to be Zack Snyder coming back and add some things that he was supposed to have in the original cut of the film, and take out what we didn't put in and stretch out the ones he wanted in the film that he changed, and stretch it out to a point where he fixes everything. So that's why I thought we kind of get that in this vein, but we get more as well. We get more information about Cyborg, Flash. We get more of a Batman, Lois. Everybody's in this movie. They get more screen time, so that's actually kind of cool. I hope they continue it, but I don't know. I really just don't know. And also, I'm going to go into more vein in this in my spoiler review, but according to Zack Snyder, this is not canon. I don't know, maybe he'll change it, but for right now it's not canon, so I'll save my anger for that, for the spoiler review. But still, fun film, 4 hours long. Was it worth 4 hours? Yes and no. I'll explain that more on Sunday. But I still had a blast with it. If you have not seen this movie, go check it out on HBO Max. If you don't have HBO Max, sign up for a free trial. I'm pretty sure they have a free trial somewhere. And give it a shot. And subscribe for more. And stay tuned for Sunday, because I will be going to in-depth more about certain scenes in this film. And why I like and don't like them. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this. And don't spoil the film if you have seen it, for other people who have not seen it yet. We'll save that for Sunday. And stay tuned for tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be Falcon and Winter Soldier Day. So we'll be doing that as well. So stay tuned for that. And then Sunday I will be back to do the spoiler review for Justice League, because I want people to watch it so we can all discuss it openly. So stay tuned. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Thank you very much, and have a good day.